Never do these 11 things at the gym. Number 1 is something you should never do at the gym, so make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Number 11. Don't spread your things around the locker room. If the workout starts at the gym, it really begins in the locker room. The first rule is simple. Keep your things organized and don't obstruct others. How many times have you seen someone leave clothes and bags strewn across benches and lockers as if the locker room were their personal storage? This is a very common mistake, especially among beginners. It not only disrupts, but also disrespects the space of others and should be avoided at all costs. It's important to remember that the locker room is a shared space. It's not just yours, but everyone's, and it should be a pleasant place for all. Everyone who enters needs space to change and store their belongings. Once you're done using your items, put them away in your locker and keep the area clear for the next person. This keeps the place more organized. This small gesture of courtesy and kindness makes all the difference in the experience of those sharing the space with you. And in this video, we'll show something that many do, which you might be doing at the gym but should avoid. Number 10. Excessive noise. Who hasn't seen or heard someone shouting during a heavy lift? While it's normal to let out a sigh or make a louder sound when you're at your limit, there's a difference between that and yelling as if you were in an action movie. Many don't understand this difference, which is why excessive noise should be avoided. Keeping sounds controlled is a matter of respect for everyone in the gym. It's not about hiding your effort, but remembering that the environment is shared and others are trying to focus. Many need total concentration when performing exercises like weightlifting or chest training, which require a lot of focus on proper execution. Moreover, excessive noise can distract those training other muscles, which is uncomfortable and, in some cases, even dangerous, as it can lead to mistakes in executing exercises. Number 9. Avoid dropping weights on the floor. Lifting heavy weights is undoubtedly one of the biggest challenges of any workout. However, one thing is lifting the weight. Another, completely different, is throwing it on the floor after the last repetition. Many need to understand this, as dropping weights on the floor not only creates unnecessary noise, but can also damage the equipment and discomfort others training nearby. If you can lift it, you can lower it. That's the motto every gym goer should adopt. Instead of dropping dumbbells or bars on the floor, lower them carefully. It might be a bit more tiring, but it's much more courteous and safe. Moreover, it avoids uncomfortable looks from other gym goers. Controlling your workout execution is essential, especially for those lifting heavy. This not only improves your results, but also contributes to a more pleasant environment. Have you thought that by dropping the weight on the floor, you might scare someone nearby? This not only distracts those training, but can also cause accidents and unnecessary injuries. So, avoid this practice. Number 8. Always have a towel on hand. If you're lifting heavy, it's natural to sweat, as your body begins to burn more fat and speed up metabolism during the workout, which releases sweat. The problem arises when you leave your sweat everywhere, especially on the equipment. Tell me, have you ever faced the situation of arriving at a machine and it being completely wet? There's nothing more unpleasant than being ready to train and realizing the equipment is soaked with someone else's sweat. The rule here is simple. Always bring a towel with you. If you know you're going to sweat, whether during an intense cardio workout or while doing bench press, place the towel over the bench or equipment before using it. This is a practice you should always follow. Avoid being the person who leaves sweaty equipment at the gym. Also, at the end of each exercise, wipe down the equipment, especially if you've left any sweat behind. Some gyms offer sprays and cleaning towels. Don't hesitate to use them before and after using a machine. This shows care and respect for others. Number 7. Be careful with mirrors. The gym mirrors are not just there for you to admire yourself, although many do. They serve to adjust your posture, observe your technique, and ensure that the exercise is being done correctly. However, nothing is more irritating than someone positioning themselves right in front of you, blocking your view of the mirror. So, never do this in the gym. Before you position yourself to perform an exercise, take a look around and make sure you're not obstructing someone else's view of the mirror. If you are, move to a spot where no one is depending on the mirror at that moment. This will not only improve your visibility during your workout, but also prevent someone from standing in front of you when you are training, disrupting your execution. If you are using free weights or dumbbells and need a mirror, choose a spot that doesn't block others' paths. This way, everyone can train in harmony. Number 6. Avoid blocking access to the dumbbell rack. A common mistake I see in many gyms here in the United States and the UK is the improper use of space near the dumbbell rack. Many people take a bench and place it directly in front of the rack, blocking access for those who want to train with dumbbells. This can be frustrating, especially when the gym is crowded and everyone is trying to use the same equipment. If you do this, stop right now. Never do this again, as it disrupts the workouts of many. The dumbbell rack should always be accessible to everyone. When you need to pick up or return dumbbells, do so quickly and organized. Avoid monopolizing the area, and if you need more space, move away from the rack, leaving that area open for others to grab their equipment without issues. Have you thought about it? If everyone blocked the rack, how would it be possible to maintain the flow of people training? So being agile and respecting others' space is fundamental in the gym. Still, in this video, I will show the worst thing you should never do in the gym, and you might be doing it right now. Stay until the end to find out what it is. Number 5. Don't overdo the perfume. This topic is sensitive but needs to be addressed. Never do this in the gym. The environment is a place where we sweat, and odors can become a problem. Using deodorant is essential. Nobody wants to be near someone with a strong body odor, especially in a closed space where there's no way to avoid it. However, the opposite can also be bothersome. Very strong perfumes and colognes can be equally unpleasant and should be avoided at all costs. Remember, balance is the key here. Use deodorant before going to the gym, but avoid spraying perfume or cologne excessively, as this can bother many people who are there to train. When we start to sweat, these scents can intensify and create an uncomfortable experience for everyone. So use long-lasting deodorants that help maintain freshness throughout the workout without overdoing the perfume. The gym is a place to sweat, not to impress with your scent. Number 4. Dismantle equipment after use. Nothing is more frustrating than arriving at a machine and finding a bar completely loaded with weights, not knowing if someone is still using it or if they abandoned the equipment without caring about others in the gym. This causes confusion, frustrates others, and creates a disorganized environment, making it difficult for many to train. Have you ever experienced this? Leave your comment in this video. So it's good to always remember the simple and clear rule. Always dismantle the equipment after use. If you used a bar, remove the weights and leave the machine ready for the next person. If you used dumbbells, return them to the rack. Small gestures like these make a huge difference in the gym's flow and show that you care about others. Try to avoid this mistake and never do this in the gym, as it can lead to discomfort for others and unnecessary problems. Remember that not everyone has the same strength as you. Leaving a bar with 100 kilograms can be a challenge for someone to dismantle. Be kind and make it easier for the next person, just as someone can make it easier for you. Number 3. Never interrupt others in the middle of an exercise. The gym is a great place to make new friends and share experiences with people who have similar interests in fitness and training. However, it is crucial to be aware of the right moment to strike up a conversation. Definitely, that moment is not when someone is immersed in an intense set or lifting heavy weights. Interrupting someone during their exercise, whether to ask how many sets they have left or to start a conversation, can be not only annoying but also dangerous. Focus is essential during a workout, and a distraction can lead to a loss of control, increasing the risk of injuries. Furthermore, it is disrespectful to break the concentration of someone who is striving to reach their goals. This is a serious mistake that should be avoided at all costs. Has it ever happened to you to be interrupted during your workout? Share your experience in the comments. Number 2. Avoid blocking the water fountain or stretching stations for too long. Hydration is a fundamental part of your performance at the gym, and everyone needs access to the water fountain. One of the most frustrating situations for gym goers is when someone occupies the water fountain for long periods, whether filling up large bottles, chatting, or using their phone while blocking access. This creates unnecessary discomfort and should be avoided. If you need to fill up a large bottle, try to do it during less busy times. If there are people waiting, take a break and let others use the water fountain while you finish. The same applies to stretching areas. Use them, but don't monopolize the space if others need it as well. And remember, avoid using your phone in those areas. If the gym is crowded, you can partially fill your bottle and come back later to complete it. Number 1. Avoid using your phone while on equipment. This is something you should never do at the gym. In an increasingly connected world, it's hard to resist the temptation to check your phone at any moment. However, when it comes to environments like gyms, you should avoid this practice. Ideally, you should only use your phone if you really need to, but during your workout, this should be avoided as it can lead to serious problems and even accidents. One of the main reasons to avoid using your phone while on equipment is the risk of accidents. By diverting your attention to the phone screen, you may lose focus on what you are doing. This is especially critical in environments like gyms, where using weights and machines requires total attention to ensure safety. A careless move can result in serious injuries, not just for yourself, but also for those around you. Therefore, avoid it. In fact, never do this. Concentration is essential for effective performance, whether in a high-intensity workout or while using machinery. By interrupting your focus with messages or social media, you not only reduce the effectiveness of your workout, but also increase the time it takes to complete your exercises, impacting your motivation and progress. This can hinder not only yourself, but also your muscle gains. Remember that in gyms, other people are also there to train and improve. Using your phone while occupying equipment can be seen as disrespectful and can lead to frustration for those waiting to use the same machine. If you need to check messages or make a quick update on social media, do so during scheduled times, away from the equipment. For example, set aside specific time after finishing your workout or between sets. This will help you maintain focus while using the equipment and ensure that you stay safe and concentrated without disrupting others' workouts. Tell me, which of these behaviors do you think people should avoid? Leave your comment. I will respond to everyone. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video.